Guys, I'm Chris and this is the Naked Hair Guy channel, and this week I'm going to be looking at some tips and tricks, not just to help you in the hairdressing industry, but to help you out on social media. So social media has always been a massive influence, but at the moment it has blown up. So I'm going to give you the tips that I've learned so far that I hope will help you get started on social media. See you in a sec. Okay, so obviously the first thing is you want to get started. Now, I ummed and ahed about getting started on social media for a long time. So my first tip really is just get started. Everybody has a phone, okay, and it's very easy to get started. Yes, you can spend a small fortune on equipment, and if you're lucky enough to have the money to do that, then great. I didn't, so I simply bit the bullet and just got started. The next thing that you're going to want to think about is what social media platform do you actually want to sort of influence within. Now, obviously you have the big three. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, and you have YouTube. And they're very different platforms and they have very different niches. So you really want to, I think, focus on one platform. So I'm obviously trying to focus on YouTube. Now, this doesn't mean that I haven't popped videos up to Instagram or popped videos up to Facebook. I have, but what I'm trying to do is direct my Instagram and Facebook to my YouTube channel, because I can upload much longer videos on YouTube than I can on Instagram and Facebook. The second thing is the way that you shoot the video will differ. So if you're shooting on Facebook, or you're shooting on Instagram, you're going to want to shoot in portrait mode. If you're shooting on YouTube, you're going to want to shoot in landscape mode. Okay, so there are differences, all right? The other thing is, don't forget, when you're starting out with your phone, you really want it to be as stable as possible. Now, I've got a tripod, but I didn't buy the tripod. It's a headstand for a head block, and then I have simply sort of gaffer taped and made a stand for my phone out of it. So I haven't spent any money, I've just used what I've got available to me. Next thing is, remember, charge your phone, okay? You don't want to be halfway through a video and the phone conks out and you've said something that's really brilliant and you've missed it. Okay, so make sure your phone is charged and switch it to airplane mode. Okay, this stops notifications coming through that might again stop your phone from recording something, or simply picking up the noise of a message and a ding coming through on your phone. Okay, also remember to clean your lenses before you start. It's very easy to get fingerprints on them, so make sure that you clean your lenses. Now, ideally you want to be shooting with your back camera. This is the most high resolution camera. However, some people like to shoot with the front camera because obviously then they can see themselves and they feel more comfortable with that. However, I would try and avoid that. Okay, shoot with your back camera, and if you really need to see yourself, get a mirror and put a mirror behind so you can see yourself in the reflection of the mirror, because you really will get a much better quality video if you shoot with this back camera. Okay, so you've got your phone and you want to get started. You've got it set up and now you're going to shoot. So again, the resolution, depending on what you're going to shoot on, what platform you're going to shoot on, is going to make a difference as well. Now, I follow a lot of people like video influencers, Nick Nims and some other people. I'll tag some people below, and I've watched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos and picked up the bits that I've liked or I feel will help me the most. But certainly if you're going to shoot on YouTube, you really want to shoot in as high a resolution as possible. Not just because this gives you a lovely looking video, but it will actually bump you on the rankings by having a higher resolution video. So I'm shooting in 4K at the moment. If that's too high, I can always edit that when I come into my editing software later. However, if I put it up as 4K, it's going to go above a 1080p video. Okay, so lots of things going on there, but basically shooting as high a quality as your phone will allow you to shoot, because you can always change that later in the editing program. Okay, Now the first thing that I did invest in was actually a mic. You can see I'm wearing one. This was super cheap off Amazon. I think it was like £16. Again, I'll put a link below if you want to check it out. You can get wireless mics, you can get boom mics, you can get all sorts, and you can spend as much money as you want. But this little £16 mic, nice long cable, because my phone has to be quite far away, is really good to shoot with. Okay, and then the next thing that I invested in was actually a set of lights. Again, these only cost me like £25 off of Amazon. They do the job. If you can't afford the lights, then just obviously make sure that you're shooting in a well-lit room, or you can use lamps as well to direct light or light the area better for you. So you don't have to spend a fortune. I had my phone, I bought a mic and some lights, which cost me less than 50 quid. But again, really getting started, the mic on the camera will do it perfectly fine, but just make sure you're set up in a quiet area. We've got no distractions. We've all got, you know, friends, family, things happening, but just make sure you've set yourself up in a nice quiet area where everyone can hear you and there are no distractions. Again, when you're starting out, I started on YouTube, so I had no followers at all, which was a little bit scary. But I wanted to build a relationship, but you don't want to sort of throw in there too much about your personal life, because personally, I think to begin with, people have tuned in to see a video and they want the information that you've advertised in that video. So if you start waffling on about your partner or your kids or your dog, now if you're building to people that know you, they'll find that interesting. But if you're trying to build a market outside of that, they're probably not to begin with going to be as invested in your dog stories or your kids stories. So try to stick to a plan, and this brings me on to my next point. I have a plan. Just in front of me I have literally just got a board, and on that I've got bullet points. Again, I'll tag a couple of people below. You can go as planned or as unplanned as you like. I mean, some people will literally write out the whole script of what they're going to say. This works really well if obviously you know exactly what you're going to say. It also makes it super easy to edit, because you can cut on certain lines and then paste it together. Whereas if you're doing a bit more of a free flow like I am, you might say something brilliant and then have to cut that bit out and it doesn't quite fit. So there are pros and cons, but basically it's about being yourself. Check out other people, get some ideas from them. Don't try and copy people, because it's just not going to work. Be yourself, stick to the point, and hopefully as the channel grows and people become more interested in what I'm doing, then I can start slipping in more personal sort of things and my day-to-day life and stuff like that. But at the moment I just try to stick to the topic that I'm here to do, with as little distraction as possible, nice and clear with the video and nice and clear as well with the audio. Okay, so the next thing was a real big scary point for me. It was the editing. I've worked in the fashion industry for many years, and when it comes to the editing, I always sort of think of multiple banks of screens and computers and massive iMacs and pens that people doodle on, and it really intimidated me. However, again, through watching the videos, I really sort of am playing around. I realised that it doesn't have to be that complicated. On your iPhone, you've got iMovie, and that is a very good way to start editing your videos, and I use it. However, I did get a suggestion of somebody from the internet of using KineMaster. I'll tag that below. I like this one as well, so I tend to edit my movies in iMovie because I like the way that iMovie puts the little pieces together. It's nice and smooth and blends seamlessly. However, once I've edited it, I then just move it over to the KineMaster app because I find that much better for music. I find it much better for overlaying pictures and subtitles and graphics as well. iMovie, I just haven't got my head around. KineMaster was just super easy. It is a free app, but you can only download a number of videos a month. So if you're going to do a lot of videos, then obviously you're going to have to buy the full app. It's not extortionate, it's like $4.99 a month, and then you can do as many as you want. And like I said, I've really found that helpful. And Canva, again, is another free app. So when I post anything to the social media platform, obviously, you know, it has a picture with a title on it, and again, Canva is free. They only allow you to do a certain number on Canva before you have to subscribe, but I don't find this a problem. I've found a little loophole where I can get what I want and not have to actually pay the subscription on it. But as I produce more videos, then maybe I will invest in the Canva as well. So basically, again, it's not going to break the bank, and it's not very difficult to do. Just have a little play, and again, you know, it's a learning experience. I'm still learning as I'm editing, but it's probably, other than actually shooting the videos, it's probably the longest part, as in the time it takes me. Setup is pretty quick, but yeah, the editing can, and also I do get a little bit annoyed because sometimes I'll say something great in one video and I just cannot edit it and get it into another video because it just looks too jerky. So maybe a little bit more planning on my part would be good. Finally, upload. Okay, and again, it depends on the platform that you're going to upload. So remember, if you're shooting to Facebook or you're shooting to Instagram, you're going to be shooting in your portrait mode, and actually uploading straight off your phone is not too difficult. Instagram won't let you sort of upload too long a video, so they've got to be short, they've got to be sweet. You can go to the IGTV part, but again, I've experienced some problems trying to upload to there, and I'm really focusing on YouTube. YouTube has got some great tutorials itself when you're learning. There's lots of people on YouTube that are going to help you out in all different aspects. So, but basically, I have to transfer off my phone to a laptop, and then it goes up super easy to YouTube. If I try and do it off my phone, I still can't get it to go up. It usually basically takes an hour, and then at the last minute it crashes. I don't know why. I'm still looking into that. So I just throw it over to my laptop and it goes up super easy. There's a creators section in YouTube. Again, lots of movies, lots of tutorials on it. Really help you to sort of make your page look nice and clean and professional. And there is an editor as well on the YouTube channel. I haven't used it, I've had a quick look. But like I said, I like the iMovie and I like the KineMaster, so I'm just going to stick with them, seeing as they're what I like. But you could transfer the video over to a laptop and then go straight into that if you want to. So there are a few tips and tricks. I hope you've liked it. If you have, then like, subscribe and comment. There's going to be more videos coming, so hit the notification button as well. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.